ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಜಾತಿಯ ಒತ್ತಕ್ಷರಗಳನ್ನು ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ಓದುವ ಮತ್ತು ಬರೆಯುವ ವಿಧಾನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಈಸಿಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ವಿಜಾತಿಯ ಒತ್ತಕ್ಷರ. ವಿಜಾತಿಯ ಒತ್ತಕ್ಷರ is double consonants where both the consonants are different. In my previous video, I have already taught how to write and read Sajatiya Ottakshara. Sajatiya Ottakshara is double consonant where both consonants are same. Both consonants are mainly the main consonants or Moola Vyanjana and the Ottakshara consonant which we write below the line. These two are same in Sajatiya Ottakshara, where in Vijati Ottakshara two consonants are different. Moola Vyanjana or main consonant and Ottakshara Vyanjana or Ottakshara consonant, subconsonant are different in Vijatiya Ottakshara. Let's take few examples and learn how to read and write in an easy way. Here I have already picked few words. When we know the words, how do we read them? For example, this one, we know this cha is adding to and it has become chum. This one, how do we read now? So we know that it is Ottakshara. There are two consonants. One is above the line, other one is below the line. Above line is which consonant here? The. It is the. And below one is which consonant? This Ottakshara is related to R consonant. So, R. And two consonants will add to swara or vowel to make Ottakshara. Here we got two consonants. The main consonant or Moola Vyanjana is the and Ottakshara consonant is R. So this is how we write. First one we write the here. The second one Ottakshara we write like this. And which vowel it is adding or swara? This is matra for a swara or a vowel. So it is adding to a swara. So this is how we break this one. We got the and r consonant, the and r vyanjana and a vowel or a swara. So now how do we read this? We start from the moola vyanjana or main consonant, the. Next we read r and a, the, r, a. So we compress it and pronounce it. The, r, a. Together when we read dra. So it becomes dra. It becomes dra now. So these three will add up to make dra. That is how we have written this. This is how we have broken it and we read together as dra. So now we read together chandra. This is how easily we can read by breaking it and understanding and reading together. Chandra. Next one. We know this a. This is ra. A ra. Next, this is the one. How do we read? This is Ottakshara. We know one is above the line, other one is below the line. Now let's break it and read. This is which consonant above the line? Is n consonant. N vyanjana. And below the line is Ottakshara. It is for which Ottakshara, which consonant? This is for y consonant. So we got two consonant, two vyanjana. Main consonant or moola vyanjana is nu and Ottakshara consonant is y. Ottakshara vyanjana is y. We got two consonant. Next we have to see which is the vowel or swara. Here it is adding to a. We have already learnt in gunita akshara. Main consonant we are making the gunita akshara and whichever is below the line Ottakshara consonant we write respective to that Ottakshara. Here yas Ottakshara and main consonant we are adding to swara and we write as the gunita akshara above the line, and the ottakshara one will come below the line. So nu, yu, a. We got two consonants and one vowel. Now we read them together. This one we pronounce first, next yu, next a. Nu, yu, a, nya. This is how we read. Nu, yu, a, nya. Nu, ya, nya. This is how we read. Next, we have this one. So this is su, we have learnt in Gunita Akshara, and this one also in my previous video have taught when this specific Ottakshara or Arkavatu we get, how do we read? This one we take it in the beginning. In this case, this is respective to R consonant, and this becomes the main consonant. Whenever this specific Ottakshara or Arkavatu we give, this we read in the beginning. Next we read the second one. Here this is not the main, though we write this as a main consonant, this we pronounce or read in the beginning. R. Next we take this one U, and the vowel or swara is A for this one. So we read R, Ya, Riya. That is how we quickly read this. This is the easy way which we can read. This is one exception, or this is how we break and read for any other Ottakshara, but whenever this specific Ottakshara or Arkavatu we get, we put this one as a main consonant, or we write this in the beginning, or we pronounce this in the beginning, R. Next one, whatever is there before this one, the consonant, that we pronounce for the second consonant or sub or Ottakshara type, whatever we had been reading here, that is how we read. In this case, R, Ya, Rya, that is how we read. Here there are two Ottaksharas for this one and this one, two. Here, which is the main consonant above the line? It is S. And below the line, which is Ottakshara? That is for Pa. Pa is Ottakshara. So we write P. And which is the vowel? A. We have seen Gunita Akshara Matra. We can make out, or we know the Gunita Akshara. Sa. Here we have written Sa Gunita Akshara. That's why A is the swara or vowel. So S, P, A. So we pronounce S, P, A. Pa. Pa. This is how we read. While writing, we write S as a main consonant and Pa becomes Ottakshara. Whatever we write above the line, we have to make the Gunita Akshara for that. So S is pronounced first, or S is above the line. It is in the beginning, which is the Mula Vyanjana or main consonant. For that, we have to make the Gunita Akshara. So it becomes Sa, we write above the line, and P specific Ottakshara respective to P, it is, this is the one respective to P that we write below the line, which is Ottakshara. While reading, we have broken down into S, P, A based on this. So first, P second, and vowel. While reading, we read S, P plus a Pa, Spa. That is how we read. So when we listen or when we hear Spa, and if we have to write down, then Spa. S is pronounced first. First write S. Spa. P is pronounced second. Write second. Then we hear A. A is the vowel or swara. We write A. We got two consonants, first, second, and vowel. So we add to A. So becomes main consonant, which is pronounced first. So we write above the line. P is pronounced second. So whatever we write above the line, which is the Moola Vyanjana or whichever is pronounced first, for that we have to make Gunitakshara by adding the vowel. So it becomes Sa. And second one while pronouncing is Pa. It is below the line. When we hear, this is how we break and this is how we write. When we read, again we break, but S we pronounce and Pa and A. Pa. That is how we read. S, Pa, Spa. That is how we read. And if we have to write for dictation or uktalekana, or if we have to write any word or ottakshara when you hear, then again break. First one which we hear, second one which we hear, consonants, and the vowel which we hear. Make it like this. Then first one Gunitakshara we have to make, which we write above the line. Gunitakshara is consonant plus vowel. So first Moola Vyanjana or main Vyanjana, main consonant which we hear first, that we write above the line, adding to vowel, making Gunitakshara. And second one which we hear, that is the Ottakshara which we write below the line. This is how easy way we can write when we hear any word or letter. And when we have to read, again we have to read this one half and adding this one full. Pa, spa. In that way we can read. This is how easily which we can read and easy way how to write when we hear any word. Same way. Here this one again same example which I have shown here. This is respect to R. Whenever this we see, this will become the main consonant or which we write first. This is only one exception. For all the other Ottaksharas, the same rule applies. This is one exception. Whenever we see this Ottu, we write R first, then the second one and the vowel. Vowel is, this is matra for A. So, R we write first. Here also, these two are the exceptions, or only thing you have to remember, whenever you see this Ottu, we read R first and the remaining second. R, D, A. R, De, Rdhe. This is how we read. When we see this, we have broken it down. R first, D and A second. While reading, R you read, D plus E, De. R, De, Rdhe. So, here, S, P, A, Pa, S, Pa, Spa, R, De, De. Spardhe, spardhe. This is how we read when we see a word. Now, how do we write when we hear spardhe? Same way, spardhe. S is heard first, we wrote. P is heard second, we write second. A we heard. A is the vowel. So, this is how we break. But when we hear whichever sound first, that is the Moola Vyanjana or main consonant, which we write above the line. Whatever we write above the line, we should make the Gunitakshara for that. Gunitakshara is consonant plus vowel or Vyanjana plus swara. So here, S and A, S. P is the Ottakshara. Second one which we hear is the Ottakshara. So which we write below the line. Spa we wrote. Now Rdhe. When we hear Dhe, R we heard. Whenever R is pronounced first, for that we should write this specific Ottu in the beginning. So we can make out this is the Ottu whenever R is pronounced first. So what happens? This second one becomes the main consonant now. So dhu will add to a and we should write de before is ottu. So this r we are not writing because r is pronounced first. This ottu we are giving, and second one which we pronounce second, we take it as main and make the gunita akshara for that. Second consonant plus vowel de. So spardhe. This is how we write when we hear the word. So this is the easy way to write when we hear, also read when we see the word. Let's see few more. We know. This one how do we do? This above the line. It is the consonant. Below the line, the consonant is the main or mula vyanjana. Below the line is Ottakshara. This is for ear. Ears Ottakshara. Next, seeing the matra we can make out it as a vowel. So, tu we read like that. U and a together we read ya it becomes. So, tu ya. Tya. This is how we read. Tya. Antya. This is how we read when we see this word. Now, how do we write when we hear Antya? We know how to write. Tya. Again we break. Tu. We write first. We heard tu first. Ya we heard second. We write like this. We heard the vowel. Tu ya. So, we write. Now, first one which we hear is the main consonant which we write above the line. Whatever we write above the line, we have to make gunita akshara. Gunita akshara is consonant plus vowel or vyanjana plus swara. Here main consonant plus swara tu and a. Ta we write above the line. Y is the second one which we pronounce, which is Ottakshara. Y's Ottakshara is this one. So this is how we write when we hear any word or any sound or any letter. Tya. Tya. This is how we write. Next, this one. Here, above the line p you write. Below the line, riz Ottakshara. And this is for a, gunita akshara matra. So a is the vowel. Two consonants are different. Vijati Ottakshara, p, r, a. P you read, r plus a. Ra, p, ra, pra. That is how you read. Pra, ni. This is a simple way. Similarly, if you hear prani, how do you write? P, r, a. Again, p pronounced first, r pronounced second, a is the vowel. First one which we hear, p is the main consonant and which we write above the line. When we write above the line, which is the vowel, we have to make gunita akshara. A is the vowel. P adding to a, pa which we write above the line. Second one which we hear, r. R's Ottakshara we write below the line. This is how we write pra, ni. When we hear, this is how we write. Also, this is how we read when we see the word. Next one. Above the line, s. Below the line, Ottakshara, thus. And gunita akshara matra is for as. So, s, th, a. S, th plus a, tha. S, tha, stha. This is how you read. This is la. So, sthala it became. Same way you hear sthala. How do we write? Sthala. Started with this stha. Tha is the second one while pronouncing it and a vowel. So, how do we write? Mula vyanjana main consonant above the line. Sa. So, adding to a, making the gunita akshara and writing above the line. Sa. Sa I wrote and the while second one while pronouncing it. So, that specific gunita akshara, Ottakshara you write below the line. So, stha you got. Next one is simple. La. Sthala. This is how we read. Next one is above the line, which is sa. Below the line Ottakshara is verse, and gunita and vowel is a or swara. So sa, va, swa, that is how you read. Next one is l, pa. First one l. Below the line Uttakshara is pa and a. L, p plus a, pa. L, pa, l, pa. S, wa, swa. L, pa, l, pa. Swalpa. That is how we read. And when you hear swalpa, how do we write? Swa. You hear s, wa. So consonants one after the other. First one s you hear, second one va you hear, and a is the vowel you hear. This is how you write. S is the first one you heard. S is the main consonant which you write above the line. Va, second one. Va is below the line. But above the line, whatever you write, you have to make gunita akshara. Gunita akshara is consonant plus vowel. So adding to a. Sa you write above the line. Va you write below the line. L, pa, l you heard first. Pa you heard second. And a is the vowel or swara which you heard. L heard first. So main consonant or mula vyanjana which you write above the line. When you write above the line, you have to make gunita akshara for that. L will add to a vowel in this case, so it becomes la, which you write above the line. Pa, pa is heard second, so it is Ottakshara. Pa's Ottakshara is like this, so you write below the line. So this is the easy way to read and write Ottakshara, and specifically here all are the examples for Vijati Ottakshara. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.